All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Book Talk with Kay, and Miss Leah is my co host. Tonight, we have an award winning author, Miss Casey L. Bond.
Hey,
Thanks for
I'm so
coming,
excited.
Casey. Me too. Um, it's nice to have you. I'm sorry we had to reschedule once, and I'm just glad the snow calmed down.
Yes, definitely. It's been crazy. And that storm was so widespread, like it affected so many people across the US. Like it was insane.
Yeah, my husband just recently switched from oil field to like construction electrical. And he's in Mississippi right now. Their
Oh,
whole everything's. They said they were probably going to be there a month, getting everybody
yeah.
back.
And Nashville got hit really bad. Like I
Yeah,
guess the ice there caused a lot of trees to come down and the power grid's been affected. Like it's brought poles and lines and everything down there. So that's rough, man.
yeah. Um. So, Miss Casey, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so I am from Milton, West Virginia. I write primarily like young adult fantasy romance, but I dabble in adult as well. But I like strong female characters. I like big world building, morally gray characters, fast plots, fun things, high stakes. I don't know. I like to write the books I like to read. So
Yeah,
it's just fun. I'm really fortunate to be able to do it, and I'm glad I found you and that we met at the
me
ball. It was really
too.
cool, and I've seen you a couple times now.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Casey and I met at a fantasy ball. She had her little beautiful book table, and me and Deb just kept stalking her and coming circling back around,
It
and
was
we got to
really
meet
fun.
her. Yeah. And we bonded, and I've just been obsessed with her ever since.
Yeah, totally. And I got to see you this summer, which was cool in
Yes.
Charleston. Yeah, it was really
Um,
fun.
if anybody's near West Virginia, there's an event called Booze and Books and Booze.
Hmm.
Either way, it is.
Yeah.
And it's got all kinds of bookish things. Casey sets up with her daughter, and they sell her books, and you get to meet her and talk to her. And then they have all kinds of different book vendors.
Yeah. And they've got stuff that's like book adjacent. So remember they had like you could make your own bouquets. There were like plants. There were like typewriter rings and jewelry, and
Hmm.
it was just really neat. So it was like a love of all bookish things. I thought they did a really good job with getting a variety of vendors for the event. And I think the next one is going to be in April in Charleston.
Yes,
Yeah.
April. There's also an amazing woman that, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on her name. I think it's Chelsea that does the hats.
I
Um,
think so. I can't remember. I know her face. I'm horrible with names actually, but
we're
she's
friends
she's
on Facebook,
awesome.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
If you like the Lainey Wilson style hats, she makes custom hats while you're there. It's a lot of fun, and they even have tattoos.
Yep,
Um, it's worth the trip, guys.
definitely. If it's within driving distance, it's well worth it. Super fun day.
Yeah. Deb and I left because I got too hot. It was very hot in there, and we went and ate at Pies and Pints, and we came back. So,
Nice, good choice.
oh, yeah, it was really good. We hadn't
Yeah,
ate there, and it was really good.
I've been to the Pies and Pints in Fayetteville,
So,
kind of near the New River Gorge and stuff when we stay down there, and it's really good. So
yeah, I that's the one I always think of when
yeah,
Pies and Pints because we go to Bridge Day, and
right.
I didn't know there was one right there in Charleston. So,
Right. I think there are three. I'm not sure where the third one is, but I'm pretty sure there are three of those. But they're really
mhm,
nice there. It's good food, good times.
yeah, for sure. Um, uh, I just blanked on everything. So we've mentioned that we live in West Virginia. It's very rural for those that don't live here. There's a lot to do, but it's very spread apart.
Yeah.
um, how has being in West Virginia helped or hurt your writing career?
Um, I'm willing to travel, so I guess it hasn't done anything. I mean, I'm willing to, drive to a lot of things, which I mean, I go to a lot of signings in like DC and stuff. That's only like 6.5 hours. To me, that's not even
Mm-hmm.
a bad road trip at all. So I've driven to Florida before, but I'm not afraid to fly. You can always ship books ahead of time if you need to. But I guess as far as having signings that are super close, I guess the closest has been, Charleston with the Books and Booze we were talking about, and then Lexington, the Authors in the Bluegrass, is a nice little just like 2 hour drive. So it's nice to have the 2 hour ones, but like I don't mind to drive, a lot longer if I need to. But I kind of I just enjoy like going and meeting readers, and it kind of recharges me and it kind of like gives me
Yeah.
motivated to keep going. So like, because it can be kind of lonely. Like this is kind of a lonely field. You're just sitting right by yourself, and I like I tell people like I talk to my imaginary friends all day, but I'm kind of here by myself. So it's really fun to get to go to as many of these signings as I can. So
Yeah. Well, I'm thankful you do. I don't, you inspire me so much. I guess I never really got to meet an author that actually writes romantasy or fantasy because a lot of West Virginia authors are just talking about West Virginian history. And to meet you randomly at a fantasy ball was just like amazing. And you just really inspire me.
Oh, thank you. I actually bought tickets to that event just because I wanted to go. Like it was me and a friend and Dorlin who was there beside me. I don't know if you remember Dorlin Mount,
Mm-hmm.
but we just got tickets because we were like, let's just dress up and go. And then Gina was like, wait, what? Who are you? And so she was like, do you want to set up the table? And I'm like, sure. So it wound up turning into a signing there for us. So that was super fun. But it's so fun because like people of the book community are just so gracious and they're so excited about stories, and you're not the first person who said, oh my goodness, like I didn't realize there were fantasy authors in West Virginia. I've heard that quite a bit, but there are quite a few of us. We're just kind of spread out, and like you said, where we live rurally, it's kind of we don't get together as often, but every once in a while we do, and there's some really cool people that are writing here.
Yeah. Um, Sorry, that was loud.
Oh no.
Tell us about the favorite character that you've written.
The most that's hard. That's a hard one. Probably the most fun to write, I would say, is Alira from Where Oceans Burn. And the reason is because like she has this huge character arc. She starts in a world that's very set in their ways and believes certain things. And as the story unfolds, she realizes that a lot of what she's been told is not true. And but she's willing to be like, well, tell me the truth and let me decide, or you tell me your side and then let me see where the chips fall. And so she's not so stubborn in her beliefs that she can't, at least like look objectively at things and make her own decisions. But it was fun going from her world to his, and it's an enemies to lovers. A winged people of the sky are at war with the scaled people of the sea over the last strip of land and its resources. So they're legit enemies in the beginning of that book, which was super fun to write. They were literally trying to kill each other at the very beginning. So it had a very long way to go to get to the lovers part, which is, it's a slow burn, but it's also like a fun world to be in, and it was a really fun world to write. And I'm an ocean girly. I live in the mountains, so I don't know. The ocean's my happy place. I guess that's where we've always gone to on vacation, when we could. And I don't know. It was just, that would probably be my choice. Although I don't know. It's hard to pick.
Yeah. I get that because I like if I don't get to see the ocean every like 6 months, I start
Hmm.
panicking or I need it
Yeah.
to reset my soul. So I get that.
Yes, yes. And I've like I went for a walk once on vacation. It was like a 3 mile walk just up the beach. There was nothing around, nobody that I knew. And that's where I got the idea for House of Eclipses was during that walk in the sand and the sun. It was really hot. Yeah. And it was just like the whole story just came to me. It was two sisters. Their father pits them against each other to win the heart and crown of the prince of the neighboring kingdom, and it's very ruthless. It's loosely based on ancient Egyptian mythology, which I love. Like I've loved since I was a little kid. I've been obsessed with ancient Egypt. So it's loosely based on like Akhenaten and Nefertiti, which they sort of like said, okay, I'm not going to do anything that my ancestors did, and made their own sort of like religion based on the sun god, and like changed everything. So it was kind of crazy, but it was later reversed. But it's kind of based on them. But these two sisters were super fun to write. So, but that came from a walk on the beach. So you just, I'm like you. I need to see the ocean like every
Yeah.
once in a while to get to just. First of all, I just feel calmer there in my soul. I just feel so relaxed at the beach where
Yep.
I don't feel relaxed very often at all. But yeah, I'm very much a beach girly.
Me too. Lily is gonna love this. Because she loved When Wishes Bleed, that whole
Oh
series. But
yay!
she won a social studies fair for an Egyptian. I forget what it was on,
Oh,
but it's Egyptian stuff. So she would love this.
that is
Guys, look how pretty
awesome.
this book is. One way it's gold, and then I don't know if you can see it on here. And then the other way it's flowers.
Yes, I love the edges. The hidden edges are so fun on that thing. I've never done one before. This is the first one I've done like that. So it was neat to work with Melissa Stevens is my graphic designer, and she did the entire book. She from front cover to back, and she did just such a beautiful job, and even like suggested what color to foil it and everything. She's just so good at everything she does, and I love that she takes so much care with my book babies.
Is she in West Virginia
She's in
or
Tennessee. Yeah, she's in Tennessee, and I met her through a book conference that I drove to in Nashville. It used to be. It's not. The person's not putting it on anymore, but it was called Utopia. And it started out as a YA writers conference, and it sort of grew into a bigger fantasy conference. But I met her there, and she started making covers for me for some fairy tale retellings that I did, and she's been my cover designer ever since. She's incredible, and she's
She does
also a
an
wonderful
amazing
friend.
job.
So,
Did she do this version?
She did not. That was actually a pre-made I found. I saw that on somebody's feed that I follow, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that would look so cool because the vines and the whole vibe. I thought it kind of reminded me of Neverland. So,
You guys, Casey does her own sprayed edges sometimes, and they always turn out so pretty.
It's
And
fun
it's
to
cool
do it. It's paint therapy. I'm like, I just go in my garage and like have some fun. So, and I like doing it as well because like I can pick whatever colors and do custom colors and just fiddle around with it and see which edges look better. And I don't know. I can do ombre. I can switch up designs. It's just neat. So it's fun to do.
If you guys want her books, she has a website. Author Casey Bond.
.com, and then like if
Okay.
you want to look at my bookshop, it's like /shop. Yeah, but everything's on there, including those special editions that you were showing. These are on there too. I'm gonna have those at all the signings this year, and on my website, but just for this year only. And I'm so excited.
And she also bedazzled one, and I have kicked myself for not buying that ever since I've seen the PDF.
I have it. Do you want me to show it to you?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry. It's so pretty.
Look how pretty. You guys are
It's
so
the naked cover, so it's like, yeah, it's Preston Alira, but it took a hot minute to do. I'm really proud of it, and like, so I've been taking it to signings with me just because it's like it's an eye catching like thing, and it's fun. You know, it's fun. Everybody who loves books likes the bedazzled books. I love to look at other people's, and it's fun to see the designs sparkle.
Anything different or special. Like,
Yep, exactly.
we were at Joe in the comments. Joe, she did the bricks with me and Lily when we painted bricks, and Lily painted
Oh,
a fake. We were talking, her and Bailey, we were talking about bedazzling books, and I wanted to do When Wishes Bleed.
oh, that's so cool. That would be a cool one. But it'd be fun to like get friends together and do like a book bedazzling party. You know what I mean? Just like,
yeah.
just have like, you know, like just an afternoon with your friends with a bunch of bedazzling glue and beads, man. It'd be fun.
Yep. Yeah. Even have a book on Audible where you can all just listen to it together and talk.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, totally.
So is this one on Audible? I know a lot of
it's there. So this is an omnibus. This has 2 books in it. So it's got House of Eclipses and House of Wolves. Each of those audiobooks, they're separate, but they're on Audible. Most of my books are on Audible, which is super fun. I've become a complete audiobook person. I'm in the car a lot, so it's one of the easiest ways for me to read and listen to the stories that I love. So I wanted to make sure that most of my books were on there as well.
Yeah, people saying thank you because audiobooks are
yay!
life.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would listen to When Wishes Bleed when I was mowing, and then Lily would be like, you got to restart that. I missed something.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. Yeah. But I do that too. I just put my headphones on and mow or, you know, do whatever. Yeah. Or clean. If I'm going to be cleaning the bathroom, I just stick an audiobook on and do the thing.
Yeah. I have to be doing something. I can't just sit there and listen to a book. I have to be doing something.
I've got to be moving or in the car.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. So, it's always nice seeing you and your daughter at events. How important is it that you share these experiences with her?
Oh, it's really important. I think it's neat for her because she's a reader. So we're talking about my oldest, who's Juliet. But also I've got a younger one who's getting ready to go into high school, so she'll be able to go to a lot of these things with me too. Her name's Eris, and so we are going to be. She's probably going to go to several with me. She went to Imaginarium with me last year. But it's really fun for me to share those things with them because they see me around here, you know, typing and clacking and worrying over these stories until I get them right and, you know, boxing up books and mailing them out. But I think it's good for them to see, like, me interact with people and people interact with me and just have a lot of fun and to experience the community because, like I said, like the book community is incredible and it's so much fun. It's so supportive and kind, and I just think it's a great thing for them to experience.
What is your favorite event that you've been to so far?
Oh, that's hard. That's a hard one. Oh, that's hard. I'd say locally, like the Books and Booze was amazing. I don't know if I can pick just one. I love Apollicon. I say that it's a contact sport because there are so many people. Like the tickets sell out within like minutes for this event. And then it is so crazy, but so much fun. And then Imaginarium is a lot like Apollicon. There's fewer tickets, but the fans, it's focused on fantasy. And so the fans are just so excited. So it's a little chiller and a little, you know, less people, but it's so fun. And I don't know, I've had so many fun events. It's really hard to pick. And I'm going to a new one this year called Romantasy Book Con in Hunts Valley, Maryland, which I'm really looking forward to. One of my favorite authors is going to be there, so I'm geeking out. I can't wait. I hope I get to meet her. You know, we
Yeah.
fangirl too, right?
Yeah.
So, and like I'm going back to Imaginarium in Apolicon this year, and at Imaginarium, Holly Black is going to be there. She is my favorite author,
Oh,
so I'm freaking out. And then it's always nice to see everybody at Apolicon. Jennifer Armentrout, who puts it on, Rebecca Yaros is going to be there this year. There's just so many awesome people and so many of my friends that I get to see when I go back there. So it's great to be
I
a part of
know.
that.
I was so hoping I would get to go as an influencer or anything, and I have not. So I was like, dang it.
They do their resale tickets. I will say, if you were looking for a ticket, start looking like from now until the event, because people will, like life happens and people figure out, oh my gosh, I'm just not going to be able to go that weekend. And then they start reselling the tickets. But it's usually closer to the event when they figure out, hey, this just isn't going to work. So I heard from a lot of people who got them like within like the month, leading up to Apolicon last year, and they were like, "We were so lucky we got these," So it's not out of the realm of imagination that you could maybe go if you keep watching. Yeah,
I'll keep checking.
yeah.
All right. So why don't you tell us a little bit about each series that you want to? I know you have a lot.
Yeah, so Where Oceans Burn is up there now, and that is My Enemies to Lovers. Is, like I said, it's a winged people of the sky and a scaled people of the sea, and they're fighting over the last strip of land. It's super slow burn. My girl is so morally gray, it's not funny. And it's just got a lot of, to me, it's got a lot of like really special moments in it that are meaningful, especially as people are changing as human beings. So I think that's a really fun series to learn to, and it's got some fun characters that are side characters that bring the fun and the laughter as well. And then so to go to, let's see, When Wishes Bleed is about a witch of fate. She actually has fate inside of her. She hears his voice and argues with him a lot. And so she is actually sort of fighting for her space within the witch community after being kind of ostracized for something she didn't do, but something that her bloodline did. So she's fighting for her right to be a part of that community when a golden-eyed stranger walks in to get his fortune read, and when he breaks his wishbone that she reads, it bleeds. And she realizes somebody's going to try to kill him and doesn't know who he is, and he's the prince. So the witches are sort of, they keep to themselves. So she gets pulled into this whole almost Cinderella-like or The Bachelor-like contest to be his wife, which witches have never joined before, and makes her covens mad because she joins it, and but she's just determined to keep him alive. So it's super fun. And then book 2 follows along those lines. I don't want to spoil anything, but Fate is through those 3 books, and it's a lot of fun.
You guys, the magic system in this book, in the characters, you will not go wrong reading it. I like my smut, but you do not miss it with her books. Like, the storyline is so good. You don't miss the smut.
Yeah, those are Fade to Black, but yeah, the romance is there, the pining is there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It hits all the marks. And then so what next? The last Lost Girl and the first Lost Boy are dark Peter Pan retelling duet. It's super fun. It starts out in our world and goes to Neverland. And we have like Captain Hook is the love interest and Peter Pan is the villain. So it's fun and unique, and there's like deadly plants and everything's trying to eat them, and like so they've got to fight the island, and there's shadow magic, and memory is tied to shadows. So if you lose your shadow, you lose your memory and you start. So there's just a lot going on. And that's why Peter Pan likes to steal everybody's shadows. And it's just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to write. Yeah, I don't know. The House
We
of
have a
Eclipses. Yeah, you got
Sorry.
a question?
They say, what do you suggest when someone starts with? Like, if you were going to suggest an intro book to you, which one would you suggest?
Probably When Wishes Bleed, I think. I think that's a great place to start. That trilogy's fun. And then if you really love Enemies to Lovers, Where Oceans Burn, I think those are both really good, like gateway books into my writing and the worlds and I don't know, the characters that I like to write and build.
Yeah, it is on Audible. It's really good.
Yeah. But I mean, I have a lot of books. I've been writing for a long time. So I've got like Viking, I've got like a Viking book. I've got, where a shield maiden has to fight her own mother to earn her shield. And then their village gets attacked. And so she makes a deal with one of the Weavers of Fate to give her this horrible power to go after the people that did it to her family. So she's really, really fun and scary, and it's called With Shield and Ink and Bone. But I love writing. I think it's so much fun to just imagine these worlds and these characters and how you would feel like if something like that happened to you and what you would do about it if you could make such bargains. It's super fun to imagine, and I don't know, I just love it.
Yeah, Sable and Fate and everybody in that world, I bring it up all the time. I don't think I've been live once and I've not mentioned that series because I don't know what it is. If it's just because I met you and you're amazing. But that storyline is just so good. I've never seen Fate as a physical being, and he's constantly there before he is a physical being.
Yeah.
And I probably shouldn't say that because that's spoiling. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
But it was just so different, I guess.
Yeah, and what he demands of his witches is sometimes not what they want, but what he needs. And so sometimes Sable has to do things like, exact revenge for things, and maybe she's going to get in trouble for doing it because it's at a special time of year for her people. But he doesn't care. He's Fate, and he wants her to do what she needs to do to be his representative basically on Earth because he's not here. So he sometimes seems like he's kind of rough, but whenever he in a tangle of fate, he gets cursed into a body. That's in the description. It's not a spoiler, and we kind of learn like he gets to understand what it is to be human and have these other things. So he learns a lesson too. I think that was a kind of important one for him to learn is how humans feel and what affects those feelings and how they act and how they live. So
well, yeah, from the first book, Sable's trying to tell him it's not as simple as just going and offing whoever he tells her
right now. I'm trying to get my status back, and if I do this, this is going to ruin everything. And he just keeps making her more and more miserable because he's like, I need you to do this. And she's like, no. So the more she resists, the her fingers start to freeze and stuff. She just feels miserable.
Yep.
But they bicker, basically.
Yeah. Like Bailey said, you get a sense that he's there even if he's not physically there in the first book. He's very much a big presence.
Which is good because when I first thought about that book, the first thought I had was I kept seeing this witch break a wishbone, and I was like, this is crazy. And then he was just there. I was like, well, who is she talking to about this? And I was like, it's gotta be Fate. This has to be more than just a, oh, well, you're going to have a bad week horoscope type thing. This has got to mean like your destiny. This has got to be something big. This has got to be something like that I don't know, turns up the heat. It can't just be like these little, things. It's got to be something huge. So to me, he was always in the background, and he's very much a character instead of just like, I don't know, like something you just think about once in a while. Like he's present and he's there, and he's insistent, and he has his own personality, even when he's not a person.
Yeah. So obviously I love that series. Did you know from the beginning how it was going to end? The last
I
book.
knew how the first book was going to end. I wasn't sure I was going to write more. And then the second book, the way the first book ends, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the way the first book ends, I was like, I could pick up and run with this into another book. And so I did that almost immediately. And the second book came to me, and it was really clear. And I waited a little while. I always thought about, a Tangle of Fate, but I didn't know how to get it exactly right. And I wound up crossing the When Wishes Bleed world with another book that I wrote called Gravebriar, which is another, it's another like witchy setting, and they have their own magics, and it's unique, and it's a witch city called Cauldron. And so these witches have unique magic. And so I thought, well, it'd be really fun to tangle the worlds and make this happen. So that's what I did. It was super fun to write. And then once I figured that part out, it was like, let's go.
I love that you continued, and I loved all the characters, like even side characters. I'm like, oh, what's going to happen with them? Like,
yeah,
it was so good.
Yeah, I love that. I'm glad you like them.
I will say to everybody listening, most fantasy series get a filler book or one that you're not in love with. Mm-hmm. Her books continue to get better throughout, and I'm not just saying that. Like, I've said it to Bailey and everybody. It keeps moving, and they get better and better.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So, can you tell us about your Roan Award and how that came? Like, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, so there's this magazine. It's for indie authors. It's called In Detail, and they do basically like they do articles on everything, on writing, on authors, on different things. But you can also submit your book to them for reviews. And so I submitted Gravebriar after it came out, and was like, just hoping for a review, and they gave me like the top review that they have. It's like the Starred Heart Award or whatever. And so if you get one of their top reviews, you're automatically like entered into their basically like contest to win this Roan Award, which is really neat because there's so many amazing books. Like, I was shocked, like, and so excited to even be like listed on there, with these other people. And then it was during COVID, so all the awards were virtual. Nobody got to like go to, I think it's in LA, and but I won. The Gravebriar won, and I've got the award back there somewhere.
That's so exciting.
Like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. So that was really neat. I had no idea that that it even stood a chance, to be honest. I was glad it was nominated and glad it got such a cool rating. But when you do that, you were like, oh, there's all these other books that are amazing too, so you just don't think that yours is probably gonna win, but then it did, and I was just so stoked. So that was awesome.
Well, I love that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So are you considered an indie author or traditionally published?
So I'm indie mostly, but like, especially in the US, like I self-publish my work, but like I have traditional deals for foreign translations in like Russia, in Brazil, Italy, France, I've got one coming that it's going to be translated into Arabic. I've got I just got a lot
That's
going
cool.
on. So I've got traditional overseas contracts, but for the US I'm indie. So I'm hoping one day to get a trad deal in the US. So we'll see.
Do you like put out your queries and query letters?
I need to do that if I want a US deal. I will have to query. I do have an agent for my foreign deals. So if
Oh,
I decided to query, she has the right of first refusal. So I would need to talk to her about it and submit a book proposal to her first. And then if she refused it, then I could query other people. But if she liked it, then she would be the one that would submit it to US publishers and editors. So but she's the one who has gotten me a ton of. I got a few deals like with publishers that just. How this whole started was with When Wishes Bleed. And an Italian publisher came to me and said, we would like to publish your book. And I looked them up and they were huge. They're the #1 publisher in Italy. It's Queen Edna Zoni.
wow.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. So I was like, so I just did that contract myself. My husband and I, we looked it over. Everything looked good. And so we went ahead and signed that contract. I signed it on my own. And then I got more and more offers, and then somebody came to me and I didn't recognize them and couldn't find anything about them online, but they said, hey, we've worked with this agent, Kimberly Brower. And so I just messaged her. I'm like, she may not even write me back, but I'm going to see if these people are legit, or I'm just not going to do this, because if I can't find you, I don't know if you're real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not going to get scammed. So I messaged Kimberly, and she was so kind and said that, I have worked with them, but she asked me, she was like, have you done a foreign rights deal? And I was like, yeah, I've got these with this Italian publisher, Queen Edna Zoni. And she was like, oh, so you should probably fill out my sub rights form if you want me to represent you for foreign deals. And then so I did, and she was excited and took a chance on me, and her whole team, we did a big Zoom, and they told me what they did, and they actually proactively take your books out and try to get you deals. So if you guys want to see one, I'm super excited. This is the French edition of Where
Hold on, I'll make
Oceans
you
Burn.
big.
Isn't it pretty? It's so
Oh my
gorgeous.
gosh.
And the art is beautiful. So this is the French edition. It just came out. It's gorgeous. I mean, but she's gotten me. See the French? I speak a little French, but not much. But it's so cool to hold in my hand. I've got Italian versions and stuff up there, so it's neat. But Kimberly and her team are incredible. I'm so blessed to be able to work with them. So it just happened that it just kind of met by fate, I guess. You can say. So that was really cool.
That's exciting. They're beautiful.
Yes, they did a beautiful job with them. And it's fun getting to work with them behind the scenes. So the publishers will submit art and say, does this, capture what you had in your head? And do you have any changes you want to make? And so they're really cool to check with the authors about, does this match your vision? Because they want it to represent your book the right way. So I think that's so neat. And I love that so much.
Yeah. So do you have plot twists? Do you have books at local bookstores, or how do you go about putting your books into local places?
So local places, I know a lot of the people. So the Red Caboose in Huntington, I know the people who own that. And then the Inner Geek is really good. I go in once in a while and just make sure, because you have turnover, so I just make sure to just reintroduce myself, and if they've got copies of my books there, I offer to go ahead and sign them so they have signed stock, and then I give them my number, and I'm like, if you get more stock in, just let me know, and the next time I'm in Huntington, I'll just run by and sign them real quick. So
Awesome.
Book Tenders in Barbersville is really good to carry my work. Try to stop in there every once in a while. And the same deal, like I try to, sign everything. If you've got anything of mine and you're you're a bookseller close to me, I am totally available. But the cool thing is like my books are available like to any bookseller anywhere. So like literally any store, Walmart, everywhere can order anything they want. So it's neat. And that's a good thing for bookstores to be able to just order and get a discount. So they get a little bit of a discount to carry it. So it's a good thing.
Yeah. Bailey's telling me to put them on the book camper. I'm wanting to open up a mobile bookstore, and I wanted to have a section that's specifically just signed or special editions. So
yeah, that is awesome. I actually work with a bookshop in Wisconsin. I think it's Wisconsin. Yeah, pretty sure it's a Witchwood Bookshop. And so it's owned by an author that I met at a West Virginia book signing at the West Virginia Penitentiary of all places, which was pretty cool. But she opened her own bookshop, and so I send her signed books like once a month, probably. Yeah, it's great.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've heard yet, but there is going to be an Indie LitCon in Indianapolis, which is 5 hours from me, 5.5 hours.
That's not bad at all.
No, I think you're a little bit closer.
Yeah, it should be. No, I did. When is that?
May 16th.
Oh, I got you. I don't know if I can do that one. That might have been
the info.
Yeah, that's good though.
That's close to like graduation, and luckily
it's close to graduation. Weekend. It's close. Like that's when my oldest would be getting out of classes to come home, and we'd have to go pick up her stuff out of her dorm and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So what was the most unexpected challenge that you've encountered while writing?
I would say sometimes I'm the challenge. I mean, sometimes it's just like you get in your own way or you get in your own head and you start second guessing everything and you're like, should I be doing this? Should I be writing that? Should I be doing this? And then sometimes you just have to tell yourself to hush and just write the book. So that's part of it. As far as the industry itself, there are a lot of scammers out there. So you have to be really careful. And I'm always like telling, especially like new writers, like you have to be careful. There's a lot of people that will take your money if you let them and won't give you anything in return. So you just got to be careful. So that's another like thing you got to be careful of when you start writing and getting into the industry.
Yeah.
Bailey's like, yep.
Bailey is working on her first book, which is a romantasy, and it's so amazing. I talked them into buddy reading When Wishes Bleed, and they loved it. And so they were super excited that you got to come on tonight.
That's awesome. I'm excited for you, Bailey. That's really cool.
Do you have any advice for new or even seasoned authors that you would like to share? The best advice I ever got was just to put your head down and write. And like I said, like you get in your own way. If you're not doing that, you can distract yourself or make yourself the second guess or, give yourself an imposter syndrome. But if you just like sort of refocus yourself and just, I don't know, hone in on that book, you're like I've been writing the one I'm working on right now. I've been writing since last summer. I started it last summer and I would have had it done by now, but my gallbladder decided it wanted to die. So I wound up having surgery to remove it. And it was like a rougher recovery than I was expecting, to be honest. I'm good now. Yeah. But and maybe it was just me. I'm like, I'm a slow healer and I'm a baby and I don't like pain. So,
So that wasn't super fun, and I took like a couple months off to be honest. And then,
Yeah.
but when I jumped back in it, I was like, look, I can scroll my phone, I can do all these things that are gonna distract myself from the book, or I can just unplug and sit down and write. So I just had to take that advice again and just remind myself of it. But the big thing is that um, you're responsible for your work, and so you decide when you do it, and what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And I think that this industry is changing every day. So a lot of people who don't think that indie authors can make a living are absolutely wrong. And it seems like a lot more trad deals are being made for indie authors. So I think that the sky's the limit at this point. So keep writing and do what you love. Life's too short not to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with fantasy, I think if anything is a little different than just dragons, and I say that as a dragon lover, anything that's different than a magical system or something that's different, that's going to stand out in a very oversaturated market, I think it's good.
Yeah, I think you want your book to hit the note. Like I feel like readers, as a reader, like I'm looking for not just certain things, but certain emotional things. Like I wanna feel certain emotions when I'm reading, and it doesn't have to be the same scene in every book with the same, dark-haired dude. Like it can be different stuff, but it's the emotion that you're kind of looking for and going for, and that's why you love your favorite movies, and that's why you like your favorite stories, and it just hits. So like hit those notes when you're writing your own story and make something different and something unique, but hit the emotional, right 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 where you need it to, and then just enjoy your story, because I feel like readers can feel it. Like if you've enjoyed writing it, like a reader can feel that 100%.
Yeah, that makes sense. For everybody in the comments, leave some questions. We'll get your questions answered now. Can you share a moment from your personal life that inspired a scene or character?
I think my mom is probably a huge inspiration, just for a lot of the strength of a lot of my female characters. She's tough as nails. She always has been. Not afraid to do hard things, work hard jobs, and she was just an amazing inspiration to me, because she's just very strong in a lot of different ways. And so she's somebody I look up to, and I wanted to write strong females. It wasn't hard to find that role model in her. So that was really cool.
I love that.
I don't know about a specific scene.
Well, it just reminds me of like Sable with River, and
yeah. And like that. Now that I'm a mom, like writing characters, like I don't know if you've read House of Wolves, but like Sitali is a mother, and so writing her as a mom that's willing to literally burn the world down for her kid is a little different. You know what I mean? But it's still it's something I can relate. Like I'm a mom, like you're not gonna mess with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like so those that adds an extra layer of something very personal to me. Can definitely draw on those mama bear emotions, when writing that. But so it's fun. It's fun to draw things out of your personal life and those feelings that you get and put it into a fantasy book.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. Like I always tell people, I'm like, look, you always imagine these things like that you'll do if like a bad thing happens, but you don't know what you're going to do until the moment it happens. But part of that, like writing, is throwing your characters into the fire and seeing how they get out of it. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the worst thing you can do to this character? Kind of like make sure it happens, and then see how they rise above it or fight through it or out of it, or it's fun.
Love that. Courtney asks, what are you reading right now as an author?
What am I reading? Okay, so I'm buddy reading a book with a friend, and it's Rebecca Ross's A River Enchanted, which I've read before and loved, but I wanted her to read it because it's just, if you've never read Rebecca Ross, her writing is exquisite. It is lyrical, it is beautiful, and it's just her world building is like, wow. So I highly recommend her. I'm also getting ready to read what is it called? We Who Will Die by Stasia Stark.
It's it's good.
In Fallen City by Adrienne Young. And what is my other one? Melissa De La Cruz's Rings of Fate. So I've got those three on my TBR. I just picked them up the other day. They're on my bookshelf back there. But I can't wait to dig into those two. So I'm excited. Have you read any of those?
Yeah, We Who Will Die. It was good. If you
Yay.
like Hunger Games with the vampires, it's right up your alley.
And I liked vampire. Okay, so like, what is that called? The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Is it sort of along those lines ish? Because there were vampires and like some fighting and stuff.
Yeah, it's similar but differently.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, ish. Like
yeah,
ish. It's a vampire.
Yeah. As long as it's in the alley. It's in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it last week. It's ish. It's ish, that one.
Gotcha. I'm looking forward to it. Like Stassi is really nice. I've met her at ApolloCon and I'm like excited. She had like, I think she had like just like a proof of it at ApolloCon last year, or maybe she was just giving away some arcs or something in advance. But I was like, I saw the cover and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Same alley, different business. Yes, girl. It's perfect.
I think you will really like Bailey's book when she gets it done. It's fantasy and it's a big world building, but she's very poetic in her writing.
I love it.
It's very beautiful.
I love that. I can't wait, Bailey. I'm gonna follow you after this.
Yes, everyone will love it. When what, Bailey? Or when you're going to finish? By March. So we've been on TikTok for a year in March, and that's our date for her to finish the book.
Yep, time's a ticking. You gotta get it finished, girl. You got this.
So
no pressure.
No pressure at all.
Can you tell us about your latest project?
Yes, I can tell you a little bit. So I keep some stuff secret until it's done. But I can tell you that I've finished 75,000 words as of today. So excited about that. And it's based in several mythologies. I'll tell you, and it's got deadly trials, and I'm so excited about this, you guys. Like, I don't know. I can't give too much away, but I'm really excited. But when I say that there are a lot of different pantheons and stuff in it, it's super fun. So there's a lot of different gods and goddesses and like posturing and it's an adventure for sure. And it's going to be a trilogy. So this is book 1 that I'm working on, and I'm hoping to have it finished. Bailey, you and I, let's do this, girl. I'm hoping to have it finished by March, if not sooner, and get this to my editor. And I'm going to keep motoring on to book 2 because it's just they're running right now. Like, that's what I say. When my characters are like running, I'm just like trying to type and keep up. And right now they're running. So I don't want to lose that momentum. I'm just going to keep rolling. So it's super fun. Bailey, but I'm so excited about this book.
You're going to have to come to West Virginia, and you and Casey could get to the coffee shop and just finish it.
Yep. I do that quite a bit. Try to get it out. But I can see the light. Like once I hit that mark and I know around where it's going to end, like I can see the ending so clearly. It's just a matter of like having time to sit down and type and get it there. So I'm stoked.
I've been excited since you started posting.
Yeah, we had to pause temporarily, but I'm back. It's just crazy, but
Kay's Hotel is always open, guys. I've got 2 spare bedrooms. Everybody's welcome.
that's awesome.
Um, so who do you think inspires you the most as a reader and a writer?
Um, Probably the same people, really. Like, I really love certain authors' storytelling styles, I guess. Like Rebecca Ross, I was talking about. I love her stories because of the way she builds a world, but also she doesn't like she's not an info dumper. She just lets it unfurls. Just so pretty. It's beautiful. Like it's like her words are lyrical. Her characters are interesting. Like it just unwraps. So it's just so pretty. Holly
Yeah.
Black, I think she writes like nobody else. I feel like she's very sharp. She's smart. I love how smart her characters are. I like trying to figure out what she's going to do next, which sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. And I love that. And I love a great cliffhanger. And that girl is the queen of cliffhangers as far as I'm concerned. I got so mad at the end of The Cruel Prince that I literally wanted to throw the book. And that's when I know it's a great read because I am invested. You know what I'm saying? I love Rebecca Yaros's Dragons, man. I love Fourth Wing. And I felt like Rebecca did such a good job at just hitting the ground running and never stopping. Like it was action, 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 action. And it just made it feel like you were at Basgiath with these people just, getting ready to climb on your own dragon. I love that.
Yeah.
And then Sarah J. Maas. I mean, everybody loves her. She's incredible.
Yeah.
I love how she sees such a big picture. Like hers is going to be this huge universe that all somehow threads together. And then you're starting to see this coming and you're just like, what? This chick is brilliant. Yeah. And then I just finished the Red Rising saga. Have you read that by Pierce Brown?
Not yet.
It is one of the best things I have ever read in my life. I am telling you, I am fully invested in this. He is insane. Like the characters are so interesting and the side characters are epic and there's adventure and it's in space and I didn't think I'd even like that, but it kind of feels like fantasy. And I just was like wrecked by these books. I think you should read them. I think everybody should read them. It's so good.
I've got the book. I just haven't read it yet.
It's so good. It's like it starts out like so perfectly. It's like I would have lived in peace, but my enemies brought me war. And it's like, yeah, let's go. So you just know that this is going to be fun. So buckle up for that one because it is like a wild ride. But in the best way. So like these people, I think like when I love their stories and I love their characters and I love their prose and how they write things, it just is such an inspiration on like I would love to be like at their level at some, you know what I'm saying like that's goals. So absolutely as a reader, that's who I'm looking at as a writer as well.
Well, I love that. And to me, you are Rebecca Yarros because you're like
I love her. She's awesome.
A lot of people want to meet her, but I would meet you any day.
Aw, thank you so much.
You have Fairy Loot. What is that, Courtney?
Oh, I know. Fairy Loot is like they do special editions and they're so pretty. Oh my gosh. I would love to have a Fairy Loot. And I've been really fortunate to work with a lot of really cool book boxes, guys. So, oh my gosh, it's neat. It's neat that anybody like thinks that your story's, cool enough to make a special edition of. And then these book boxes, man, these publishers, the printers are able to do so many cool things now, and these publishers are like, let's go. They're like, what do you have that's new and next, and what fun thing can we do, and what can we do with the edges that hasn't been done before, and like like I've got, let me show you something. So this is the coveted cover. And like theirs is like, I don't know if you can tell. This is like almost see-through. But then it's got the foiling on it. And it's so neat. Like I've never seen anything like that before. But like all of them are so cool. And they want your book to be absolutely different from every other book boxes and different from what you've done as an author yourself and fun for the reader and special. And they include like letters from the authors or something, some deleted scene or new scene or some kind of like extra chapter or extra point of view, something that makes it special. So it's really cool to do. And I would love Fairy Loot. You're right.
What's your favorite design you've done?
Like book cover design, you mean? Yeah, I know. I wish the design was that way too. My favorite book, oh gosh, that's really hard. I would say if it's book cover you're talking about, it's a tie between Wishes and Oceans. I think those are the cool, I don't know. I like all my book covers though. It's really hard to choose them. I don't know.
The Viking one is cool too. Deb got it. Like,
it's a cool one. And they're also different because the stories are so different. I feel like they fit the stories pretty well. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to pick.
I think it's just whatever one you're looking at.
And like whatever kind of story you're looking at, you know, if you like the darker stuff or like fairy tale retellings, you're going to be pulled in different directions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Than you would like just the enemies to lovers type thing. It's just different. They've all got a different feel, but those are some of my favorites though.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any questions before we have to leave?
You guys should see when I work with Melissa, I'll just start yapping. Sorry, I'm a yapper. But like when I work with her, like I'll give her this, I can't draw at all. Can't draw stick people. It's really the saddest thing you've ever seen. But I'll give her the ugliest like sketches of what I'm thinking or like this ugly like sketched out like map looking thing, and she will make it look absolutely incredible, like with cities and towns and trees that you can tell are trees and everything. Like it's so bad when I give her what I give her, but we work well together. She can interpret whatever I do, I guess. Thank you, Courtney. Have a good one.
Oh, Claire's asking about the Peter Pan.
Oh, okay. So it's a 2-book duology. The first book is The Last Lost Girl, and book 2 is The First Lost Boy. So it's one of them's got like. Do you want me to show you? Because I've got them.
Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry. So this is The Last Lost Girl. It's got an acorn necklace and the vines and shadows. And then this is the first lost. I get those names mixed. The Last Lost Girl, The First Lost Boy. So it's got El Hook. Isn't he awesome? Love him so much. Their meet cute is something that is unforgettable. I had so much fun writing it when Ava meets Hook. So it's super fun. But
I need to read that because there was a big, I don't know, a year ago or so saying that it was a Peter Pan retelling, but it was just not good. Like all it was just straight up smut and no storyline. And I'm like, listen, I got a lot of
I don't know. I haven't read hardly any Peter Pan retellings. I probably should have, but I was just like, I also like, so this is a weird thing, but like if I'm gonna write one, I don't want to read other people's because I don't want to like accidentally be influenced by somebody else. I know it sounds dumb, but like I don't. So but this one's got a lot going on in the world, and I hope you love it if you read it.
Well, I'm definitely going to read both of these beauties. I haven't yet because I have a TBR that never ends and a lot of arcade, but
it just keeps piling. Yep. Same.
Why don't you tell everybody where to find you, what events you got coming up?
Yeah, so online I'm at authorcaseybond.com or at authorcaseybond or authorcaseylbond on TikTok because I messed up my profile and couldn't get it back. I will be at Apollicon, Imaginarium, those are both in DC, Romantasy in the Valley in Huntsville, Maryland, and at the Forbidden Love Tea and Trope event in Nashville, which is in, I want to say August. I think it's at the end of July, the last weekend in July. And what's cool about that one is they're having a fantasy ball that is Greek themed at the Parthenon at night.
What?
Yeah.
What event is this?
It's called the Forbidden Love event by Tea and Tropes. And they do different ones around the country. And so this one's in Nashville. I do think there's still tickets. I don't think they don't have VIPs left, I don't think. But I think there's still general admission tickets. And it's a Greek ball at the Parthenon. I was like, sign me up. Oh my gosh. Let's go.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun.
Write that down. We're going to Nashville.
Let's go. Let's go. It'll be fun. It's a good road trip.
Yeah. And for you that don't know, Casey does dress up to the ball when she goes. Like, she's part of the theme, and it's so fun.
It's so much fun. Like at Apollicon, they're doing the villains ball, so I'm gonna be a villain. I'm not gonna tell you which one. Surprise. But I'll put it on Instagram. I'm excited though.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, we're close, Maya.
Let's go.
Yes, we can do this. It's only 10.5. We got this. No big deal. I got to read When Wishes Bleed and the other one, the first one I posted. Now I got to remember what it was. And they were so good. I'm horrible at remembering what the titles are called, but I can remember the cover.
I know.
That's
how I am with people's names.
Yeah, House of Eclipses is the one I read. When Wishes Bleed. I listened to one at work, and I actually read the other one at home.
Thank you.
They were amazing. I loved them.
Much. I'm glad you liked them. It's super fun. Like without you all reading them, I wouldn't be sitting here writing them. So I appreciate it so much.
Well, keep on writing, ma'am. I can't wait to see more.
Yeah. I hope you guys come to Nashville because that'd be amazing. Or to Charleston. They haven't announced
I'm a lot far
who's
from there.
coming, but hint, hint. April, Charleston.
April.
I'm quite a ways away from y'all, but Kay would probably go.
Yes.
And if you decide to come down and you come like early or anything, Kay, and you want to get together for dinner or anything, we can hang out.
Yes, you will not be able to pry me and Deb away because we love that.
It's all good. Yeah.
Like when we got the ball tickets, we did not know authors were going to be there. So when you were there, we're like, oh my God, this is so cool.
Me either. Like I said, like I bought those tickets just to go. Like, and then she messaged me later and was like, hey, the photographer who I knew and who she was working with, he had done my headshots. He's like, that's a fantasy author. You should talk to her. And so she messaged me. She's like, hey, do you want to set up a table? And I'm like, yeah, that'd be awesome. So yeah, it worked out that way.
Deb and I were thinking about putting one in Spencer, West Virginia.
Yeah.
But we need to save up a little more before we can take that. Because it's a little bit expensive, but we're thinking about it.
That's awesome. That's really cool. And Spencer's super easy drive for me. So
yeah. Thought about hosting one in Arkansas. You should, Claire. I was talking about actually doing like a little book signing if I could find enough authors somewhere in Charleston. And just like renting out a little place and having it. But
if you need like to know about local authors, I've got several friends. Just let me know.
Have you met Morgan Grace?
I have not yet.
She was at Booze and Books and Booze, and she is a poetry writer, and she is so sweet. I think you would adore her.
I remember, like, I went by her booth at some point, but then she wasn't there, and then we got busy, and that was it, because it was crazy. It was a lot of people up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was hot. But they said
it was summer. It was August, so I think that April will be a lot more, like, temperate. Like,
yes.
Yeah, hopefully, like, not as hot, at least.
Yeah, I almost passed out. It was so hot at one point, like, because we hadn't ate or anything. We were just like, let's go do this first, and then it was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's overwhelming, and like it does when you put that many people in any kind of space, it just gets hot. I've started, like somebody said last year, once somebody at ApolloCon had like a little like camping fan that you can just like recharge at their booth, and I'm like, that's brilliant. I'm doing that. So I got one for my other signings just because it gets hot. There's so many people in there, and you're moving around and carrying books, and it's just like, I don't want to sweat in front of everybody. So,
like, yeah. Well, and you're giving hugs and stuff and taking pictures. Like,
yeah. Yeah. You don't want sweaty Casey. Right?
No.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it happens, but.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we're so close, guys. One more. So how did you meet your agent?
Like when another with a publisher I didn't recognize and couldn't find a whole lot out about online messaged me about doing a translation of my book. I was like, and they had name dropped her, so I was like just trying to see if they were legit. And then she was like, you know what? Do you want, represented, or like if you should submit, just. She needed a lot of information before she decided whether or not she felt we'd be a good fit and stuff. So, but it was a good fit. It was great. And I was super glad to get to work with her. She's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that could do that live.
I didn't either. That is so cool. I'm just glad I could get like the TikTok thing to work. I wasn't even sure how it worked, and you were like, I send you an invite, and I was like, I can accept something. I don't know how to get it to work myself. I probably need to figure out how to do TikTok live.
Apparently I do too, and I've been doing this for a year.
Well, you're doing a good job. Because you've been putting all the little things up, and now you've just got it like blam.
I don't even know how it did that.
I don't know, but I'm impressed.
You're like a superhero.
I don't even know.
That's awesome.
I just moved my hand. Okay, sorry.
It's great. I'm sitting there like, yeah. I'm watching it like, I don't know, bounce around, like do the thing.
Right.
That's
everywhere
awesome.
My hand goes.
Yep. It's in settings by the green screen.
Well, I was in green screen, and I was trying to bring it up a minute ago, and now it's just like there.
Yeah.
It's just in my hand.
It's kind of cool.
It is.
Neat. But I really appreciate y'all for having me tonight and for rescheduling. Like I said, my dad had a little bit of a medical issue there for a little while, and it was something I was just like, oh, guys, I'm so sorry. It's horrible timing for me to cancel, but can I reschedule? And you guys were just awesome about it, so I really appreciate it.
For those that don't know, this wonderful woman offered to do the interview in her car because she felt so horrible about canceling. I'm like, are you kidding me? No way.
Like, I'll run out to this hospital to my Jeep if you want. We'll figure out the lighting, man. So, yeah.
Well, we appreciate you. You're absolutely amazing. Lil, come here.
I just want to high five you. I love it. I love it.
I figured out what it was in there, so I was like, okay, cool. Now I can play and put the different ones.
It's like when you get on FaceTime and like you put the like bear or whatever over your face, and then every time you open your mouth, it's like.
Uh-huh.
It's great.
Okay, I really like that art. That's the reason why I have it up.
Oh my gosh, Stephanie did such a beautiful job with that. Like the movement and that like fabric under the water is insane to me. And like I've put that on tapestries that hang behind me and everything. Like it's so pretty.
It is pretty.
That's still one of the prettiest pieces of art I've ever seen in my life, let alone like commissioned. So the art by Stephanie did that, and she's so insanely talented. I love her, and I love her as a human being. So there's that.
Did she do the other, like the Fate ones too?
I hadn't met her then. So that is My Hope Art is like her it's like all one word, My Hope Art. And she's actually done a couple things for me recently for the book I'm working on. Guys, when I tell you I'm excited about like the book I'm working on, I've commissioned like 20 pieces of art.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Like it's ridiculous. I'm like, I've been thinking about this for a long time. I really want, artwork of this scene and that scene and this scene and that scene and this and that and this. So, yep. There's going to be a lot of art revealed really, really soon.
I'm so excited.
Which is cool.
Are you going to have like a release party or anything for it?
I haven't thought that far ahead. I just got to get the book finished before I think of it, but I would love to. I think it would be super fun.
Okay. Well, if you want to do another interview when it's closer to release time, we can definitely do that if you want.
Maybe you guys could read it early.
I'm down.
My heart just stopped a little bit.
I'm just like, maybe crickets? Not kidding.
Oh no, I'm so down for that.
That would be fun. I would love to hear what you think early too. So that'd be cool.
I would love to read it.
Okay.
Everybody's like, she's offering art reads.
Yes. And like, I've started like with Lost Girl and stuff. Like I started doing PR boxes. So if you guys want to apply for one of those,
y'all,
I'll post all that online. Like I'll post the signups and stuff. So yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
just
I have a lot of fun with those. Those are fun to open because you never know what I'm going to put in them. And sometimes I'll put like a package in there and be like, "Don't open this until page whatever." And so you're like, "Oh, what is this?" But it's something fun, and it's like, I'm a person who likes that. Some people just like open it, like I can't wait. But I'm a person who, okay, this will be fun. I want to see what's on this page. Like I'll get there and then do this thing. So I don't know. So it's fun for both.
Yeah, it'll make me read it faster.
Yeah, it's like a little prize for getting there. Something fun. So it's super.
Well,
cool.
And we do a lot of videos, so like you'll get to see reactions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna have to stay tuned and just watch for signups. So yes,
I'm super excited.
Okay, you'll probably see it before I do. Tag me.
Yep, share it with her.
Of course. Well, Casey, it was so much fun. I appreciate you so much. I truly do adore you. Lillian, you inspire us daily. It's just a lot of fun talking to you every time.
Well, I appreciate you so much. I'm so glad we met. It's been super fun. It's nice to talk to you guys this evening. And just like I said, this is why this community is like the best in the world, man. Everybody's just very supportive and happy, and just celebrating the love of stories and books that we all like, right? So it's super fun, and it doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Nope.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually shy, and meeting her, it was just so easy to talk to you. So it's just so nice, and I appreciate you.
Oh, we clicked, man. I just feel like you guys are, like we could just hang out. Like I feel like and I'm serious. Like if you come to Charleston, like let me know and we can like hang out extra if you want.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
Yeah, be super fun.
Yeah.
And Bailey, good luck writing the rest of your book, girl. I'm excited for you.
Mhm.
We'll keep you updated.
Yep.
Hopefully, you gave her a little push in the rump. But she is
Yeah.
getting married in September, so she is planning that as well.
But she's got a few things going on, huh? That's good.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's exciting.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Seriously, keep us updated, and I can't thank you enough for
I
being here.
will. I will. Thank you guys so much. Have
Bye,
a good
guys.
evening.
Thanks for every tapping.
See you